Who's starting us off tonight?
Somebody else can. I'm too tired.
What does this game? I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got it. If you want.
To both of you, I just want to start with something simple. How's the heart? How's the heart feeling? How's the excitement going to overtime? Coming out with a big win, a little scary at times.
Yeah, man. I knew once we went into overtime, the game is kind of in our hands. We built for this. We practice like this. We practice against each other hard every day. Just going to war with each other every day. So you feel me? I knew once we secured that overtime, I feel like it was the favor was in ours.
Well, it's probably easy to say you're happy you won if you would have lost. Either way, with the outcome, how important is it to face a game like this at the beginning of the year?
I think it's very important. Just want to tip my hats off to Queens. They're a really good program, led by a great coach with great players over there. So they came in. They fought pretty hard. I just think we put up a better fight.
Yak, you over your Duquesne career, you've had a lot of games where your impact has gone further than the stat sheet. Those were one of those. This was probably one of those tonight. Just how are you able to find ways to make an impact off the stat sheet like you always do?
First of all, I just want to appreciate everybody in our program because, John, coaches, everybody in the team, players, they just believed in me. I thought I didn't have a great 2 games before, and I finally showed up, and, that's what I do, I'm just trying to bring myself, and just play basketball and be helpful as much as I can on the court.
John, you've led the team in scoring in the past 2 games. As one of the newcomers, one of the transfers coming into this program, just what does it mean to you to have such an immediate impact to such a talented team?
Man, I don't even look at the scoreboard, look at how many points I got, man. I'm just out here trying to play the right way, trying to lead these guys to an A-10 championship, man. I think that's the bigger goal here. Forget me filling the stat sheets up. I'm just trying to be here, be a great person, be a great big brother, and just leading the right way.
And I just want to interrupt. This guy can have a ball every time he wants. He can score every time he wants, but he don't do that. He just wants to involve everybody else, and I just want everybody to appreciate it, because he just could have scored every time, but he doesn't do that. He makes sure everybody's involved. He's a great player, great teammate, great brotherhood.
You might have answered my question, but we'll elaborate on it a little bit. This might have been a game you guys might have struggled to win last year. This is a little different makeup, this team. John's the guy that kind of ties it together a little bit, don't you think? Oh yeah,
definitely. He's a force. He's a force on the glass. He can score every time, as I said, and definitely he puts every piece together. And it doesn't, as he said, he doesn't care if he scored the ball because the team's gonna, focus on him. But that opens up space for everybody else, and we are. Well, everybody can step up. Everybody can make their night. One time it's gonna be John, one time it's gonna be somebody else. So that's how it is in this team.
And to both of you, and it's not just John, and not just you, Jakub, but it seemed like Dom Aikens had some very quality minutes tonight. You speak on the impact that he's had, as it seems like he's been getting better every week.
Oh man, I love that kid so much. Just his belief and his confidence and his growth. Not probably every game we step out there, he's probably going to be the littlest person. But, his heart just takes him to the unbelievable level. I feel like we're going up against all the guys like TG in practice, Jimmy Williams, Brandon Hall. He's ready for the moment. We're starting to see it. It's just taking time. And once it's really full for him, he's going to be a hell of a player.
Guys, you got up on this Saturday is going to be Villanova. Now, John, I know you played in the Big East, so you might have some familiarity with Villanova, but this is a pretty big test for this team. What's kind of the excitement level going into this, knowing that you guys can make a big statement on the road?
Oh, man, I'm super excited to go into Villanova, and play that game, We're probably going to be counted out, but, that's what I love. I feel like I've been counted out all my life, so just going in there with that chip on our shoulder, I feel like, like I said it before, I don't think no team practices as hard as we do in the country. You know, I feel like with the way we play against each other every day, we built for anything. So, you know, seeing Villanova, that's just going to be another game for us.
And I think we can be loose as well. You know, quite frankly, I think nobody expects us to win that game, so we can be loose and we can just show that we are capable of playing with everybody in the country. So that's my take on it.
There's so many intangibles in the game, but really the game is won by the brotherhood. Just how important was building that over the summer and the season when you knew that a moment like this could happen and be possible?
I mean, first 3 days when we met, we spent time together, you know, and we just building this brotherhood. We didn't even touch the court, I think, or ball. We've been just, you know, talking and just getting to know each other, and that was the main thing. I think because last year, games like that, we would have waved, we would have, you know, bailed out, and just didn't stay together. And I think that was the main thing. You know, the game didn't go our way in the end. The second half, but in the overtime we stayed together, and that's how we won this game.
Dave's dunk, what'd you guys think about just the tomahawk there at the throwdown?
It's electric, man. You know, I think Dave is one of the most high flyers I've been around. So just seeing him, man, that gave me so much energy and belief. You know, and I feel like that gave the whole gym energy and belief. You know, that we could do anything that's possible.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.